Hi class, okay, this week we're talking about using online videos for learning, and there are videos all over the web, but the application I'm going to focus on this week is YouTube. So I'm looking at YouTube here, and I think you probably know how to use YouTube. You've probably watched a YouTube video, but there's a lot more to YouTube that you may not have seen. This week, one of the assignments is also to create a YouTube learning playlist, and perhaps a playlist is not a feature you've used before, so you're going to want to watch this video to learn how to do that. Okay, so here's the YouTube homepage. You may already be signed in. You'll see your login name here, or your username. If you're not signed in, I'll go ahead and sign out. You'll click sign in the top right. And then you can log in with your Gmail address or any Google account you've created. Last week you created a Google account to use for Google Docs. I created a Google account with this information, so I'll sign in. I've got a couple YouTube accounts, but I say I'm signed in as my iTech299 profile. Now, if you have a profile on YouTube, if you have a username, you can learn more about your particular profile by clicking on your name. You can take a look at account. Okay, and this is where you would see how many videos you've uploaded, favorites, kind of if you have a channel, how many people have viewed your channel, and how many people have subscribed to your videos. You can also change your picture here. This is also where you can put a little profile about yourself, including where you're from, education, interests. Now remember, anything you print here is going to be public on the web, so be careful what you put here. For email options, here is where you can set up what kind of emails you get. So if you want to get an email anytime someone comments on a video, or if you receive a message, you can check these boxes. Notice by default they're all checked. Because we're going to be commenting on each other's channels this week for the assignment, you may want to set this up so you get emails about that. Later you might want to come in and choose don't send any emails. Okay, this privacy area is really important because this is how people can find you. So the default is that anyone can find you if they have your email address. Also, that Google, who owns YouTube, is going to be giving you advertising, relevant advertising, and collecting statistics about you. So you may want to uncheck some of these things if you don't want the targeted advertisement or the statistics being recorded by Google. Okay, in this manage account area, here is where you can change your password, close your account, and there are some other options that are a bit more in depth we're not going to go into. But again, to come into here, I chose my username and then I selected accounts. Okay, also in my personal profile, if I have a channel, I'll go to my channel. I haven't put anything on my channel yet. In my videos, we'll show videos that I've uploaded. And if I go to subscriptions, I can see channels that I'm subscribed to. So I'm not subscribed to any channel. So different organizations have channels. For example, the NBA has a whole channel. I can click on the NBA and I'm now looking at a channel. With the first pick in the 2010. Okay, and so I see these different videos in the channel. We'll talk more about the channel in just a moment. I want to just go back to the home page of YouTube and show you what you can do by just watching certain videos. The home page will show you popular videos. They'll also spotlight some videos. Let's go ahead and do a search for video, and searches in YouTube work very similar to the way a search worked in Google search. Okay, so if you are reading a textbook or an article your instructor's given you, or maybe your instructor's lectured on something and you don't quite understand it or would like to see it demonstrated, you might want to check YouTube to see if there's a video about that content. I find that this is really helpful for me to be able to visually picture what's happening, or even as an auditory learner, hearing someone speak about it again will help. If you're a musical learner, a lot of these animations and videos on YouTube have musical accompaniment that might help you learn. So this works for a lot of learning styles, actually. So let's take a topic like mitosis, which is about cells separating and forming new cells. So maybe you read about that in a textbook, you'd like to see more about it. Well, you can search for mitosis. Notice as I search for mitosis, some different suggestions come up, like this mitosis animation. So I'll go ahead and choose mitosis animation. Here are my search results. So over here are results that come up based on the words I searched. On the right-hand side, these are what's called featured videos. Now, some of these are based on paid advertising, so the creators of this videos may have paid for these videos to come up or something like that, but these are what's called just the generic search results or the organic search results. So when we see the list of videos, we see a thumbnail of the video, we see the times, this one's 1 minute 30 seconds, we see the name of the video and a description. We also see who created the video, so this is by Hybrid Medical. This is by Ms. Stokes Bio, and so clicking on the name of the video creator will show the other videos they've created. We also see how long ago this video was uploaded. So if you see something like 4 years ago, this video has been around for a while. This was 1 year ago. Now sometimes the ages matter. For example, if you're reading something about current events, like if you typed in Japan earthquake and you saw a video from a year ago, well, you'd know that wasn't about the most recent Japan earthquake. You also see how many views a video has. So more likely the better the video is, the higher quality, the more views it will have. This one has over 1 million views. It's been around for 4 years. This one has a quarter as many. It's been around for a year. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video right here. So if I want to watch the video, I'll click on the video. It will start to play. Okay, so that was the start of a video. Now what can we do with this video? We can change the volume of the video if you change the volume up or down. You might also need to change the volume of your own settings. You can mute the video if you're watching it in a public place and you don't want to disturb others and you don't have headphones. Just click on mute, so this shows that it's muted. I can move backwards in the video or forwards. And I think this is a great thing about videos, because if you miss something in class or a lecture, you can go back at your own pace and watch the video, move back and forth. Okay, next we've got this option for closed captioning. So this is actually in beta stages. It's a new feature where Google has actually used their tools to provide captionings for the audio. So I'm going to choose transcribe audio beta. Okay, and now when I play the video, it actually gives me the closed captions here. And this is great, especially if you've got issues with perhaps if you have hearing impairments or you just like to see the text at the same time as you hear about it. Okay. You can also pop this video out into a new window. This is the pop out button. So I've popped this out. And I can make this larger by just dragging the size of the window. I can also watch this in full screen, which is helpful so you're not distracted by other things going on. So I'll click full screen. I can watch the video in full screen now. I'm forwarding through to the fun animation part. Okay, and I can press escape to get out of the full screen view. Okay, so those are just options for watching the video, things you can do by watching the video. Now, what didn't come up, I'm going to show you another video because I want to show you what it looks like when an advertisement comes up. Okay, so here's an example of an advertisement popping up, and you can just remove this advertisement by clicking the X button there. Okay, next we're going to talk about how to interact with these videos using the social feature.